For the last few years, we at Gen 6 Productions have funded 2 archaeological expeditions into the heart of Mexico, costing hundreds of thousands of dollars and placing our team in great harm. We have felt it our calling and our duty to uncover the truth that has lain dormant under the Mesoamerican soil for thousands of years. What we have found is the astonishing evidence of fallen angel interaction with the early Egyptians, the Toltecs, Aztecs, and Mayans. The artifacts also included pre-Adamic relics, meaning prior to the creation of Adam and Eve, which span more than 9,000 years, corresponding to the Genesis 6 narrative in the Bible. We have shared these findings with you on numerous occasions through pictures, PDFs, and films. We have shown you close-ups of these artifacts and the excavation process as our teams, led by Jesse G., our Director of Antiquities in Mexico, uncovered the truth. We have further provided background evidence to show that these kinds of artifacts have been found in the past. They have been analyzed by reputable sources and found to be real. We've let you hear some of Jesse's own narration while he was on his hands and knees in the dirt uncovering these artifacts.
I mean, it's definitely Egyptian iconography, that's for sure.
Let's keep going.
We have shown you shovel after shovel of soil being removed from the holes where these artifacts were found. We have recorded the debris, roots, trees, cactus, and rubble being removed from the sites as our team burrowed into the soil. You have seen with your own eyes the exhaustion on these men's dirt-covered faces as they closed out their efforts. We've done all of this in a strategic way in those previously mentioned modalities to provide broader information about these relics. Many of you have expressed your appreciation and excitement over our findings. For you, we are grateful. Yet despite the evidence, despite the provenance, despite the authenticity provided on film, and despite the background information provided, there are still some people who do not believe that we are telling you the truth about the origin of these artifacts or their legitimacy. Some of these people are well known and continue to sully the truth of this fallen angel exposure by, we believe, God himself. We believe that these voices need to be silenced and need to be silenced now. Time is too short, this work too important to allow Satan to manipulate people in continuing to believe the lies of a demonic agenda. As such, I've commissioned this film project, which is unlike anything that I've ever done in the past. What we're going to show is film of each shovel, each root being cut, and each obstacle being removed as these artifacts are unearthed from the deep holes of undisturbed soil. We will let you hear the dialogue, much of it in Spanish, as this activity was taking place. We will then show you the removed artifacts that we unearthed. This, as you can imagine, is a long, arduous undertaking with many hours of film. Our first expedition was 6 months in the making, with 30 days of advanced on-site planning and culminating with a week's worth of ground preparation and hand excavation. Our second expedition took over a year of preparation, with 40 days of advanced on-site planning and culminated with 10 days of hand excavation. Now, some of you may ask, why didn't we just do this in the first place? The simple answer is we are filmmakers and a ministry. We have sought to give you an interesting and educational experience as you have watched, seen, or read our projects. But most importantly, we believe we've been led by the Holy Spirit as we produce these projects. Yet now, He is directing us to provide this long, in-depth look at our work, and He is doing so to silence the critics once and for all. Major production companies with huge budgets have funded and tried to uncover similar artifacts from Mexico. They've even copied our efforts using ground-penetrating radar and site selection close to the areas where we have dug. But despite all their money and efforts, they have thus far been unsuccessful. But these wannabe imitators fail to understand one very important truth. Despite the monumental efforts that our team physically underwent to uncover the artifacts, our discoveries would not have been possible without the guiding hand of the Holy Spirit on Jesse and our team, or God's mighty hand of protection over them as they traveled through some of the most drug cartel-infested areas of Mexico. Only the Lord could have uncovered what we have uncovered, and we are grateful for His leading. These alien beings are coming back, and we all need to know exactly what they are and what their agenda is. It is my sincere hope that you will find these full accounts of the expeditions as interesting and as informative as we at Gen 6 have. As for our critics, they are in effect disparaging our efforts in exposing these fallen angel activities. Those same critics will have to answer to the Lord for the deception they have helped to propagate. This is not about reputation, credit, or ego. It is about God giving us a direction, an ability to expose a very real threat that is about to repeat itself with the alien deception on a modern-day humanity. Thank you for your support over the years and for your prayers. I now present you the most staggering archaeological find in history, Gen 6's expeditions in Mexico.
Okay, so we're finally here. As you can see, this area right here has no roads, so we're basically off-road. If you can see the terrain, everything's solid. We had to drive a couple of hours just to get here. We have about 20 to 20, maybe at the most 25 members to this excavation team, and we're all here and prepared, ready to work. While one of the radar technicians finishes assembling his equipment, we got some of the gentlemen here already clearing out the brush where this looks like a promising area based upon what Chava has told us about this specific location in the past. Vente, Sam.
En este terreno, en lo que se estudió con el radar, hay una anomalía exactamente ahí y la otra aquí. Donde están estos restos de vasijas, aquí hay anomalías. En unos minutos vamos a ver un poco más a fondo en cuanto a profundidad para saber exactamente a qué nivel de excavar.
Okay, so basically what he said is that his radar has picked up a signal right there where the radar is over here. Apúntame para acá, Sam. Basically, we have a positive signal here, and we also have a positive signal here in this area. So basically, what we're gonna do. Entonces aquí es donde vamos a empezar.
Vamos a confirmar con el otro radar.
Okay, so
Sí.
okay, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna confirm with the second radar right now in a moment, and if we do get a positive signal from the radar, we're gonna bring the team over here. But Daniel's gonna check right now with his radar and confirm it.
Calibrar. Aún está leyendo. Realmente tiene todas las funciones. Lo que hacemos ahorita primero que nada es 3, 2, 1, listo. Muy bien. Confirmado, eso es algo grandísimo.
¿Dónde allá también?
Aquí. Ok. Ahí agarra marca, tío.
Remember, what we're trying to do now at this moment is confirm.
Bien, va. Dale, paso hacia atrás. Me agarré una marca ahí. Aquí.
Ahí.
Aquí estamos agarrando una marca. Aquí nos marca que hay algo de 99 centímetros a una profundidad más o menos de 80, que es muy bajito. Aquí.
Okay, so we have a second confirmation. This is also the second area that Chava initially gave us with the first scan on the radar. So we're also going to begin a dig right here. It's
1.40.
it's 40 centímetros.
1.40
It's ¿cuánto viene siendo un metro 40?
metro y medio.
Okay, so we approximately have about 1.5 meters under the dirt that we're gonna dig into, and let's see what we find. Hopefully we'll get what we're looking for. And like I previously stated earlier, that even if we do find some pieces today, we're gonna continue digging, and we're gonna continue digging until we don't have that luxury anymore, or the people that are in charge, the indigenous people who have allowed us to come on their land, tell us that, hey, it's time to stop. But okay, let's begin. Entonces, pues te vamos a comenzar con la excavación, por favor. Llévatela.
A ver, carnal, como por aquí era porque la sombra da hacia allá.
A ver, mi Sam. We're bringing in some shade so they can dig in the shade, dig in comfort.
Porque ahí se me va a seguir peleando.
I can do this shit all day, bro. You wanna say?
Que llegara yo hacia las 4 de la tarde. Allá se empieza a ver dura.
As you can see, the dirt, the deeper we go in into the earth, we can see that the soil is solid, almost like concrete.
Sí. Okay.
What Daniel said is that, you know, that the ground here, because of the meteorite that has been said to have hit this part of the region, mineralized a lot of the soil, and that can be, or maybe what may be giving us the signal, and that may be the reading that we may be picking up. Let's just hope that it isn't. Let's hope that it is that it's something else.
Ahí está ya procesando los datos. A ver qué nos dice.
He says his device is processing the data, and let's see what we pick up right now, just to reconfirm, make sure that we're not just digging.
Si fuera porque puede haber mineralización de la tierra, para allá ya la discriminé.
He said there's also could be minerals from the dirt, but it's not, because it's only giving off a reading in one area, in one corner of this hole.
Sí, esa sí. Pero este
Okay, so he's telling him. He's telling him where to dig right now. Okay, so we have the part of the team over there in the first two holes that we were digging, but we have Daniel with the radar device over here in another area that he's telling us that he's picking up a signal. So we're gonna come over here and take a look at the dirt. ¿En dónde es, Daniel?
La marca que agarré ahí. Aquí ahorita la vamos a
¿En dónde es la marca?
la piedra. Está la piedra. Pero ahorita vamos a confirmarla.
¿Esta?
No, aquí. Ahí.
Oh, okay. Boom. Okay, so this is the right here where we have this rock. This is where we picked up the signal. As you can see, there's still a lot of brush right here. You can tell that there's nothing there. I mean that the dirt, the ground, the soil has not been tampered with.
Entonces, dale así una línea nada más y después le vamos a meter el escaneo.
Para que no le pegue ahí el...
Okay, there's the signal. We got a signal.
Agarra limpio.
¿Puedo limpiar la pantalla un poquito?
Okay, so this is it right here. We're gonna begin another team. This is our third spot right here. And just as it is over there where we initially began, you know, the top couple layers of the soil, it is like sandy and dusty. But once we start digging in, once we get, you know, past about a meter, you know, the soil turns like concrete. So we'll be able to see that as soon as we start digging here.
Okay.
So they're gonna start over there down where the fellas are at, and they're gonna work their way up here to the signal. So that's where they're gonna start.
No, nos venimos así con el corte. Y aquí vamos a ayudar. Vámonos para allá. ¿Qué es?
¿Por dónde nos vamos?
Natural. Mira.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Es natural?
Placa, no. Así estallada.
Sounds like serpentine jade. Almost. Okay, so here we are at the third location where we still have the part of the team working on the first two digs that we began when we first arrived. This is the third spot where we first initially excavated, you know, a couple small bones, but you know, small bones is not what we're here to look for. But as we had gone back down, they had called us and told us that, you know, that we came upon something really special, and let's get Sam to take a look at it to see what it is that we discovered here. And we seem to have come upon a piece now. This is our first discovery of the day, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what it is that we come upon now as we begin to remove the dirt gently so we don't damage the piece.
Okay, vamos a darle aquí, con cuidado, para...
Arriba, quítale, de arriba, de arriba.
Empezar a descubrirlo poco a poco. Está completamente...
Acércate, Sam.
Completamente compacta la tierra.
You can see the dirt, the soil is compact.
Esto ya de aquí en adelante es como hacer una cirugía. Esto es
Y aquella marca más fuerte.
poco a poco
Yo creo que nos vamos a ir todo el corte así para...
para no maltratarla por nada. Arriba. Hay roca.
It's without a doubt. It's without a doubt. You can clearly see how solid and compact the soil is right here in this area where we're pulling this piece out now. You know, we're all hoping that the piece that we pull out will give us some type of information or revelation as far as interdimensional entity interaction with human beings.
No, 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 no.
Si no te lo
Esto
mando
es-
yo aquí, ¿no?
Poco a poco.
José, te lo mando yo.
Sí, pero...
Ok, voy desprendiendo una parte.
There it is there. It appears to be a dagger.
A ver, Daniel.
Esta es una parte solo.
This is just one piece.
Dáselo, Jessy, dáselo, Jessy.
Jesse,
Okay. It appears to be alabaster. We have golden crustaceans right here. Let's see what we have. Oh, it's a dragon. It's a serpent. You can clearly we see here documentation that we just pulled it out of the dirt, but it is an image of what we would call in this area, well, in the Mesoamerican, in Mesoamerica, we have the Mayas who worshiped Kukulkan, and the Aztecs, it was Quetzalcoatl. So basically, we are in the land of the plumed serpent, the Amarucas. So I think this is an amazing discovery, in my opinion. Being in the times that we are living in right now at this moment, this is an extraordinary discovery. So let's take a look at the serpent, get a close-up look right there, and we'll continue to dig right now. It appears to be alabaster, so you can see the gold incrustations there.
Okay. ¿Sigo?
Okay, let's continue.
Yeah.
¿Dónde está Dani?
Vean. Voy a sacarla.
Espérame.
¿Ah? Ahora.
Look at, there's another one. Whoa, wow. Oh, wow. That's Mawith. Okay.
Okay. Tiene alguien deja. Bueno, que la revise.
A ver. Okay, so basically, in the book of Job, we have the serpent right here. You see the serpent wrapped around the skull, and here we have the symbol of the dot within the circle, the orb within the orb, which I have traced the symbol all the way back to ancient Samaria, to the Phoenician religious temples of Baal, Tanit, and Asherah worship. This symbol has also been seen and discovered in the Four Corners region of the U.S. by people who were known as the Anasazi, who even used the shape of this symbol as their temples and altars. We also see that we have some Mayan symbols, though we are deep in the south of Mesoamerican territory, as I have previously stated before, that I am unable, due to for the respect and the privacy of the people who own these lands, not to give the location, and I'm sure that we can all respect that and understand that. But okay, we're running low on our memory card, so we're about to head out right now and come back while these fine gentlemen continue with the dig, and hopefully by the time we come back in about an hour, we will have some more discoveries for you guys. Stay tuned. Okay, so here we go. This is the same location, the third location, not the original first two locations that we came to, but the last one where we found already the alabaster knife that has the Quetzalcoatl handle, and the Mawith black obsidian skull that also has the serpent wrapped around the top of the skull to the back of the neck. And we seem to have come upon our third discovery. Let us see what we pull out of the dirt. There it is there. This looks like a nice piece right there. It's a good size one.
Más no me agarré mucha sombra, porque se ve la sombra.
De ahí quítale la tierra, Daniel. It looks like a hybrid.
Okay. Cabeza de alien.
We got an alien.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Cabeza de alien.
This is what we're looking for.
Ve.
Okay.
Agarraron un cráneo.
¿Dónde está el alien? Ahí está, mira. There we go. We have an elongated skull. This indigenous, I believe it's probably a priest or a religious leader of its time, and he's holding an elongated skull. Wow. We'll analyze it later. These pieces are definitely really, really cold and freezing. You see the skull right there? And we have, these things are extremely heavy. This is about 30 pounds in weight. Let's see what we got here at the bottom. Okay, let's take a look at the alien skull. You see that? There it is there, ladies and gentlemen. Gen 6 Productions. bringing to you literally extraterrestrial and human contact. These aliens and divine beings are amongst us, have been and are interacting with us on different levels and walks of life. But to what degree and to what extent, as I previously stated, is a question that we will answer, is a question that we will attempt to answer, that will illuminate every theory that is presented so that nobody can deny what is upon us, what is here, what has been happening. As it is written, that which was shall be again, and that which has been shall continue to be. This tomb, according to what the gentleman with the radars explained to me, it runs up probably about like 7 to 8 meters up, square in a square footing, where they believe that there's more pieces. So we're gonna come back to this tomorrow and continue our dig. Today we're tired. We haven't slept. None of us have slept. You know, we had to take a long drive, and this is what we're going to close with. Either way, we've had an excellent day, and we're grateful for the discoveries that we've made today, and we're looking forward to coming back tomorrow well rested, energetic, so that we can continue our job in our pursuit of the footprints and fingerprints of the fallen sons of God. Okay, so this is where we were at yesterday, and we're gonna set up. We were very fortunate, and what we discovered in this certain area, we have three different actual spots where we're digging. Two of them are in juxtaposition to each other. Down about 15 yards from here is where we were at yesterday, where we have two holes, but this actual location where everybody set up is the spot, the area where we picked up the first three pieces. So everybody who wants to start right here, I'm just me and Daniel are deciding to let the group go and work as they go. You know, it's obvious they're from here. These are their lands and they've worked it. So we're gonna follow their lead.
Sí, realmente pienso que todos los que han estudiado historia y maestros de historia andan muy perdidos.
¿Por qué?
Estamos aquí viendo que es otra historia la real.
No, ¿sabes lo que es, Daniel? No es que están perdidos, es que es la control de información.
Así es.
Yeah. So basically, what Daniel said right now is that you know, the historians who have been writing history here within Mesoamerica and putting it in the textbooks for us to learn and to read, so that we can get a better understanding of our culture and our people, our ancestors, where it is that we came from. He pretty much basically said that they're confused and they don't know what's really happening. And my response to him in this area is that I don't think they're confused. I think it's more of I think this is more one of those situations where the truth can no longer be hid or be contained. And we all know that truth is power, and the control of information, the control of real information that can give us clues and hints of where it is that we began, where it is that we are now, and what it is that is to come. Because as it is written in Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9, the wisest man on the face of the earth once said, for that which was is that which will be, and that which has been done is that which will be done. So basically it's like life repeats itself and it goes in a continual cycle. So it's more the control of information, and when you control information, we all know that the actual control of information is the key to any successful deception.
Hey.
que muy cabrón ahí sí punto.
Alguien tiene que trabajar.
Está bien.
Envíame el correo y te lo autorizo.
¿De dónde que no encuentro la
¿En la mesa no está?
Bueno. Buenos días, ¿cómo estás?
No está ahí en la mesa.
Qué bueno, me da gusto. Muchas gracias por la comida.
allá, bro.
¿Qué? Okay, Sam, we got something. Okay, so here we go. We got something else right now, and we've only been here not even an hour. So let's get a closer look. A ver, ¿dónde está?
Aquí anomalía.
Sam, acércate. ¿Dónde, carnal? Okay, so here we go. Let's get a closer look. Let's get a close-up look. See that?
¿Cómo empezamos al 100?
Sí, sí, sí.
Look at that. Look at that, you guys. Hey, por favor.
Silencio.
Por favor. See that? A nice actual remove the solid dirt. As you can see, the solid dirt that covers this piece starting to look like some type of dagger. I don't want to force it out. Basically what we want to do is remove this dirt from here as gently as I possibly can. It's a big dagger. Okay, it looks like it may be a ceremonial instrument for a weapon of war, and from what it appears, get a closer look right there, Sam. Okay, from what we can see, okay. What we want to do is we want to take our time abstracting this piece out of the ground. So basically, you guys can get a clear-cut view of what it is that we're doing here, and that the situation and what it is that we're presenting to you is a legitimate process. We know that there's a lot of naysayers out there who... Here we go. I'm going to pull it out. There it is there, look. Look at that. Yeah. Oh. Alien skull, bone. We have a flying saucer right there. And obviously this is some type of a hybrid race. So we have the symbol to opening portals and dimensions. I believe that, oh look at, this is beautiful, you guys. I believe that this is we have some type of a pyramid ziggurat structure with glyphs and iconography. We'll do a closer in-depth study and report once we get back to the studios with Daniel and Mr. Jaime Baeza. Let's see here. We can't see exactly what the symbols are, but this is a beautiful, wonderful discovery brought to you by Steve Quell and Gen 6 Productions. Jaimito.
Espérame, te doy el gorrito, güey. Mira, si se ponen acá va a salir más chido con el agua atrás, Ahí va a salir
Qué chulada. Ya la hicimos, cara.
Y no se la quemó su suegro.
No le hace, te grabé video.
Para tomar una foto. O tómame una.
Sí, es así para allá, Simón. Ahorita tomas, ahorita que esté esa limpia, le vamos a dar un barrido con...
Acércate, Sam.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it again.
Oh my God.
A ver.
Es una tabla, güey.
A ver. Ok. A ver.
Sí, está demasiado
A ver.
lisa, güey.
Déjame quito. Aclárame poquito, grábame que me está... A ver.
Ni el aparato vamos a...
A ver.
Acá, sí, no.
Ok.
Esperar, aquí estamos bien. Espérame. No, que se vea, para que vean que esto creció antes.
Ok.
Mencionarlo como evidencia. Las raíces tienen que tener mucho y está abajo.
¿Listo, Sam?
Ok, vamos a darle 3, 2, dale.
Okay, so we come upon another discovery, and before we even remove this root from the ground, we want to do it on video for you guys, so you guys. Mande. A ver.
Córtala.
Oh.
Es especial para
Ese rucho.
Okay. Gotta get a good cut right here. There we go. Okay, so we have
Muchale también.
mucha leche para que te deje trabajar.
okay, all right. There we go. Took that out. Okay, so we have what appears to be. Aquí está esta. Okay, here we go. You see that? Sam, you picking? ¿Estás levantando esto? Sí. Okay. See, here's the piece. It appears to be a panel, but it runs all the way over here. Look.
Es jade.
That's a rock. Rock. Look at that. We have it's a ceremonial instrument.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm about to abstract it out of the ground. Look at that. Here we go. See that? You can see some symbols here. Some esoteric occult symbols. It's like another alien. Look at that. It's another alien handle. We have esoteric symbols. It looks like it appears to be a hybrid sorcerer, half human, half alien. We'll take it back to the studios at Daniel's house. Uh-oh, we don't want to get that. This is giving birth. She's giving birth.
Yeah.
She's giving birth right here. She's giving birth to an alien. Look at that. There's an alien coming out. No se rían, carnal.
Jade.
It's jade.
Yeah.
Green jade.
Yeah. Jade prehispánico.
Pre-Hispanic, Mesoamerican. I'm like, let's see if we can find another one. Okay, let's do this. Todo ese trabajo que están haciendo el polvadero. As you can see, there's hard men at work here. It's not an easy job, but it sure is rewarding and exciting in more than one way. We come upon, here we go. Let's remove the dirt. Wow. This is beautiful. This is really, I think this one's gonna take the pie. Okay, remove the dirt. Here we go. Here we go. It's a mask. It's an alien mask. Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, They've been here. These divine entities have been and are amongst us and interacting with us on different levels and walks of life. But to what degree and to what extent is a question that we are attempting to answer and to provide for you, so that we can, so that the evidence that we draw from the ground can illuminate every theory that is presented. Look at that. There you have it, close up, uncut, and raw. Gen 6 Productions Archaeology. Jesus is Lord. Daniel.
Yeah.
Yo nomás, hermano.
A bone. A bone.
A bone. Sí, arrasando.
Arrasando.
Es que esto está escrito, carnal.
Escrito, tenemos que pasar eso.
Y vamos empezando.
Imagínate.
Vamos empezando, carnal. No, ya con esto vamos a...
Con esto está más animado tú, tu patrón, todos.
Sí.
Todos se animan. Saben que les está yendo bien y les va a ir mejor.
¿Agarró de hueso? Sí, la dejó. Sí. La otra también, la agarró Jaime y la metió.
Sí, yo la guardé ahí.
Aquí la aventamos.
Tres perritos.
¿Qué crees, verdad?
No, sí, adelante, perfecto, ustedes no. ¿Hay peligro? Para ustedes no. Si ustedes digas que claro, para ustedes no. Más claro ni el agua.
Oye, como que yo tengo algo para hablar, ¿verdad? Con la gente, sí.
Les cae bien.
Es que es el corte de pelo, carnal.
Pero también como la imagen.
No, sí, por eso está fresco.
O sea, no se alteran ni nada, al contrario, les doy...
Es que llegas con una sonrisa y está chido, güey. Y uno a veces no trae la sonrisa esa.
No.
Pero tú sí la traes todos los días. Exactamente. En cuanto les dices algo,
Eres agradable, carnal.
sí,
Eres agradable.
y ya con la sonrisa, ellos te cambian todo su chico. Pero dices, ¿qué pasó? ¿Por qué no paras? ¿Qué tal, amigo? Y te sacar como si nada. Pues no tiene miedo a nada, pues no debe nada.
Exactamente.
Así de fácil.
Chaca.
¿Cuánto pagaste por ese dron?
Me costó 30,000.
Va a tener que mandar muchos regalos a ti.
Sí, para que se arme el Dream Team mejor.
No saben dónde...
Yo me encargo de eso, carnal.
¿No saben a quién le di los cigarros?
Cada quien algo que le sirva en su profesión.
Sí.
A cada uno algo que le sirva en su profesión.
¿Cómo?
O sea, algo que le pueda servir a Sam, algo que le pueda servir a él. O sea, para acá.
Acaba de salir uno, pero ese ya alcanza los 150 kilómetros por hora. Como para carreras de carros, de motos.
Órale.
Haz de cuenta que a la hora de que llega, haz de cuenta que ese es como para volarlo bajito, no tan alto. Y a la hora de que llega de que llegas al carro o a la toma, te da un movimiento en la cámara así como...
Okay, so we came upon what appears to be two more discoveries. So I'm going to bring you guys up close so you guys could take another up close look and observe the evidence and maybe experience the same type, to some degree, the type of joy and adrenaline that flows through our body when we come upon these discoveries. So come along with us and let's take a closer look.
Yeah.
It's a face. It's a face. You see the face? It's an alien face. Let me move some of the dirt. ¿Son dos o una?
Acá hay otra.
¿Dónde? Acá? Okay, yeah, we have another one over here, a little bit up. Let me just remove this from here, from the sides, so that you guys can get a close view of what it is that we're doing. The feeling, it's a very beautiful experience, honestly. You know, you get a lot of mixed emotions, everybody here has our own special beliefs of what it is that we're dealing with here and what it is that we're doing. But ultimately, in the end, we want to bring the truth to the world. We want to bring the truth to people so that they can determine for themselves. Of course, the label to the company that has brought this to you guys is Gen 6, so you guys know where we stand. Everybody knows the story to Gen 6 Productions of what it was in those days, as it is narrated in Scripture, Genesis chapter 6, verses 1 through 5. I believe that this completely ties into it. I'm gonna remove this, and here we go. There you have it. Some type of a hybrid, excuse me. And these have fallen angel literature written in alabaster or quartz, blended with jade and obsidian. So we won't be able to get a clear look until we take them back and make a closer observation, but you can see there's an alien here. It's beautiful. The feeling is just unimaginable and unexplainable, honestly, just to be able to abstract these pieces out. Let's Jaime, give this to Jaime Baeza, and we have another piece over here, so let's take a look. Okay, con permiso. Okay, acércate acá, Sam. Okay, ¿sí puedes ver? Okay, here's the other piece. Okay, and it appears to be the same type of rock, quartz, alabaster maybe. As you can see, I could see a skull and some type of a hybrid. No, it's a human face holding a ceremonial bowl. It's a big piece. So I just want to take my time so that you guys can see. Wow.
Big.
Yeah. It's a big size piece here, ladies and gentlemen. So get the sides here so that see. Yeah, we gotta go in deeper. This bad boy doesn't. Wow, this thing is heavy. And here we go. Wow. Ah, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there's another one here. Come over here. A ver, háganse para allá, por favor. Espérame, carnal, espérame. Come over here, Sam. We have another piece over here. Háganse un lado, por favor. Yeah. Okay. So let's put this beautiful piece over here. We'll make an observation of it in a bit, but this here is a bowl. Okay. As you can see, it's in there. It's in there. Okay. Sí, gracias. I want to give thanks to everybody here for all the hard work they're doing. You know, this is a team effort. Everybody here is excited. I don't think, there you go. There you go. Thanks to these fine gentlemen here assisting, doing this hard work. Mira. Look.
Concha. Concha.
Hay que pegarlo un rato más
There you go. It's a skull. It's a huge skull. Here you go. There's another one right here, I think. Oh no. Okay. Look at that. This thing is heavy. We have some, what appears to be some shell golden incrustations on the side. Maybe royalty. We have a jaguar warrior on the back side of it. It appears to have a shapeshifter face. Oh yeah, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the first piece that we pulled out goes on the top. Yes, there you have it. This thing is huge. Vamos a sacarla y allá la sacamos, gente. Okay, so we're gonna carry this out. Jaime. Ah. Pásasela, Jaime. Follow me, Sam. So, this is what we have, ladies and gentlemen. And there you have it. Sí, a ver, dale vuelta.
Ok, levántalo.
Okay. Let's turn it around.
Está impresionante.
¿Qué ves, Daniel?
Aquí está el rostro, al igual que aquí. La calavera de aquel lado. Y este es
a jaguar.
De algo.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a jaguar warrior here. And we know that through scripture that we know that animals are a high and big representation of occult powers.
Un guerrero.
So we have a combination of both warrior and esoteric occult symbolism. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. Amazing, great, awesome discovery. Buen trabajo todos, Sam. We're good.
Esta es muy bonita, dijimos una grande.
Okay, it's approximately 10 a.m. right now. We've been out here since 6 a.m. and we've made plenty of discoveries. So because of the dangers and the secrecy that lies within the type of information that we're extracting from the dirt, we believe that it's wise to pack up our stuff and leave. We're starting to see scouts from the top of the mountain. So we're just to keep it safe. We don't want to put ourselves at risk. We've gotten plenty of information, plenty of data from the work that we've accomplished today. And so we're gonna pack up our stuff, head back to our location where we will get some rest, and then we will decide what it is that we're gonna do from there. We thank you guys for joining us. We love you. We thank you in Jesus' name.
Although the need for our team's safety abbreviated our first expedition, we counted a huge success given the relics we uncovered. Little did we know that our next expedition the following year would prove to be an even greater achievement.
I know that there's been that there's been for a while people that make commentaries of how it is that we pull these artifacts out of the dirt. And the truth of the matter is that I'm not a professional archaeologist. I'm an explorer, a hunter, an investigator, and this is how far, through the grace of God, my research, my study, and my investigations have brought me. They have led me here to a point where I have the privilege to be able to extract these artifacts out of the ground to bring you guys the truth that is necessary in order for us to really know and understand what our true history has really been.
Our critics have displayed worldly jealousy and envy and dismissed the success of our team in uncovering this astonishing evidence exposing UFOs, aliens, advanced technology, and the Egyptian presence in ancient Mesoamerica. And because of that jealousy, the only way for them to achieve any notoriety or stay relevant is to attack what we have done. However, in doing so, they are attacking the very evidence that God Himself has seen fit to reveal to mankind at the end of the age, just before these so-called aliens return to tell humanity that they are our creators instead of the God of the Bible. Their ongoing disparagement has caused them to be aligned with a fallen angel agenda that is designed to deceive humanity in order to bring about our destruction.
Good morning, friends. Okay, so here we are. Today is the first day of our expedition, and I have the whole team here now. Everybody is assembling. To the east of me, approximately 5 kilometers from here, we have the famous world-renowned Atlantis, the Temple of Venus. And one of the stories that lies behind this temple is that Quetzalcoatl, according to Aztec account, is that Quetzalcoatl, out of all of Mesoamerica, whether if we're dealing with the Mayans, the Aztecs, or even the Incas, it has been said that Quetzalcoatl himself, the feathered serpent known as Kukulkan to the Mayans, or Veriscotia in Central America, it has been said that he walked here as a man. Now, if this account is true, that would clearly explain the extraterrestrial presence and the interaction of man. ¿Dónde está donde nos... You see this here? This is quarried stone. So this gives us a clear indication. This is not recent. This is evidence to us and why I have chosen this place from previous times that we have climbed this hill. This lets us know that there was some type of... that there has been inhabitants in the previous time past before up to this date. We're gonna start right here with the radars. Hey, alguien acá, mándame a alguien acá que quite este matorralito de aquí, por favor. Aquí? Aquí? Okay, this is our first signal right here, Vin. This is our first signal. We're gonna mark it and we're gonna scan a little bit more of the terrain. And after that, once we have at least 5 different marks, we're gonna begin digging. Arturo, márcame aquí por favor, carnal. En donde tú indícale dónde quieres que ponga la bandera, carnal. ¿Dónde? Aquí. Aquí, carnal. Por favor. Okay, so what we're doing here is our initial starting point was over here to the right, but we're basically what we want to do is we want to get an even scan or a sweep of the whole terrain. That way we don't miss any pieces, and it doesn't decrease our chances of finding if there's anything here on this mountain. We picked up a strong enough signal that prompts me to get 2 people to come over here and see what it is that we're picking up. Gracias. Bam, baby! I love those crying sounds on the radar. A ver si marca todavía. Radar, por favor. We're gonna see if we still pick up the signal after removing the stone, Vinny. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said earlier, it could be the metals that that are within the mineral substance and the metal within the rock. See? No, ¿verdad? Nah. It was the rock. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Gracias, carnal. Okay, basically what our guy with the cart is telling us that we picked up a signal here. There's an interruption in the geologic substrates, meaning something is abnormal according to the reading. So he said that it's about 30 centimeters. So we haven't got any other leads. So we're gonna check what we got going here. You can see you can clearly tell there's root in the dirt. So you know if we find something there, you know that part of the dirt hasn't been disturbed or interrupted. ¿Ceniza? ¿Sí, Pato? I think we've detected ash, and if it is ash, then that's a clear indication of a burnt offering, a burnt incense offering. He's found a bone. We got a bone. Is that a human bone? ¿Es de humano?
No sé.
We don't know if man, it's a thick bone right here, bro. We don't know what type of bone this is, but clearly we're gonna keep digging and see what it is that we find here. We got quarried stone, Vin. It's quarried.
La otra palita de puntita. La cucharita.
Oh man, this director chair.
Ahorita vamos a ver. Sácale con ese caballo. Préstale la palita chiquita amarilla.
Escárbenle alrededor. Primero escárbenle alrededor. Primero.
Back up a little bit, Vin, that way you don't get hit.
La perdí, güey.
If we get into something, we'll get a close up.
Hoy está trabajada, está tallada, ¿va?
¿Sí está trabajada, tío?
Oh, ya, look at this.
Espérate.
¿Qué es?
Espérame.
¿Qué es? ¿Qué es, Arturo?
Ya trae figuras.
We got something. Vamos a abrirle más allá, ¿no?
Ya, ahí está.
Vamos a abrirle del otro lado, carnal. De allá. De allá para llegarle de los dos lados. We got something, Vin. Okay, so basically what it is right here is we come across a chest that has inscriptions on it. It's still too soon for us to tell what it is exactly that we have come across, but we're excavating on both sides. And once we get to it, we'll get a close-up for you guys. It's most likely from the Spanish era, but we don't, like I said, we don't know yet. Let's see what we get. If you can see right now, there's a lot of root trunk that's going across the dirt. So it's clear-cut evidence. It's clear-cut evidence for you guys to see that whatever it is that's under here has not been planted by anybody in order for us, to pull a stunt or try to fool or manipulate anybody under the circumstances. This is real and true and live, uncut. ¿Es pedernal?
Pedernal. Ah, su compa madre, güey.
¿Qué tiene? ¿Qué es? Oh yeah, dude. We found something good, man. Monumental. ¿Tiene aliens, carnal?
Vamos a ver.
Get that, Benny. Come, you getting it? You want to get in closer?
¿Ya viste cómo estás ahorita la tierra ya?
Yeah, it's falling now, bro.
Métete los dedos. Espérate.
Okay.
Tú eres el bueno aquí.
Aquí va a salir. Y ahí ya se va a escuchar con el drone, Jess.
Gen 6 Pro.
Mira, Cheto, sácale dos paladas de ahí.
Yeah. We got extraterrestrial evidence here. Vamos a quitarle más acá. Por un momentito dije, damn, me estoy invirtiendo un montón de feria y híjole, si no...
Con una que saquemos aquí, con unas dos.
No, pero vamos a sacar más.
Claro.
Yeah.
Esa es la idea.
Should I come in there now, Ben?
Give him a second so you can just... Y ahí para que entre él.
¿Ya se puede sacar?
No, ahorita aguanta todavía.
Ok.
Le vamos a dar vuelta.
Y ahorita ya que se pueda sacar, le echan tierra para que yo entre y le quite tierra, ¿verdad?
Aguanta, caballo.
Nada más estoy sacando lo de abajo.
Aguanta, güey.
Son mis clientes, carnal.
I'm about to come in right now. We're about to pull this bad boy out. El drone, ¿dónde está el drone?
Did he make out on the markings?
Yeah, I'm trying to. We got the... It's a human sacrifice, that's for sure. It's the human sacrifice over a disc-like figure, over a disc-like figure, check it out. We got a human sacrifice right here, right? Of an alien over the disc-like shape with flapping wings on the side, which is a representation of the sun, and Quetzalcoatl sitting on the throne. You see the throne here? That's the throne. And you also have some type of a hybrid over here on the right hand side, preparing to insert some type of a flint, sacrificial dagger into the torso or the chest cavity of the alien. This stuff feels like metal. This is day one. We're in the 6th hour of day one, and we're gonna continue going. We're gonna continue moving, and we can. And I believe that we will continue to make monumental discoveries to bring before you guys, so that you guys can be forewarned not only of what our true history has been, but what is happening now in the present, and what awaits us in the near tomorrow, in the near and distant future. Lalo, Arturo, take this. Let's pull out the other piece. Let's pull out the next piece. See what we got. Well, this is the inside of the box. You in position? Position. All right. Bring it over here. See what type of designs we got here, but first, there's some contents inside the box. We have this symbolic item. Let's Put that there for a second. We have a medallion. A medallion of... ¿Quién es este Dios, tío Max? Este no es Tezcatlipoca. This is a good-sized medallion of an Aztec deity in a theriomorphic form. Put that there. Got a ring. It's a ring. I don't understand quite what this is right here, but we got two rings. Got some more, another piece that matches the previous one. Stack that right there. Beads. We got beads. I think that about sums it up. I'm gonna bring this up over here. Ahí te va Arturo. Pásaselas a alguien. Okay, a ver. Okay, we got a female alien with 3 orb-like discs here behind her. Right here we got an Aztec, a Toltec. We are in Toltec territory. A Toltec hybrid alien sitting on a throne. You can see he's got his headdress, so he may be a high-ranking priest representing the protean wizard god Tezcatlipoca, the god of mirrors, who, according to Toltec history, defeated and destroyed Quetzalcoatl and banished him. And this is just where all the pieces that belong to it fit. Look, here's another piece of bead. A couple more pieces of bead. Yo, Max. And there you have it, gentlemen. Our first find and our first discovery. In my opinion, it's a monumental one. An extremely great progress for our first day. Let's keep going. Let me see. No necesito mover esto. ¿Eh? A ver, espérame.
Ahí está otra, mira. Ahí está ya. Ahí está otra, arribita.
Ahí arribita. Más arriba, más arriba. A ver, toma.
¿Esta? A ver. Oh, this is complete stone, bro. Some type of this is definitely a sacrificial instrument. Let's see what we got. This is definitely a sacrificial instrument. This is what they use to drive straight through their chest cavity. This has to be the instrument that's given in description to what's on the lid of this box we just pulled out, or on the side where the alien hybrid is being sacrificed. You see the skull in itself is not a human one, so it's definitely a hybrid. This is hard, solid flint stone. And it's heavy. This piece in itself weighs probably about 5 pounds. All right, so let's see what else we have here. You get a close-up of that, Vin? You see the hybrid skull? This is definitely the instrument that was used by them to sacrifice to the gods.
No, son puras cuantas. No.
We got another piece right here, bro. Yeah. Hey, mi camarógrafo ha trabajado con arqueólogos en Perú, con History Channel, Discovery Channel, y dice que se ha ido por expediciones hasta 3, 4 meses y nunca encuentran nada, carnal.
Así nos pasa, sí. Así nos pasa.
Y que no encuentran.
Pues ahorita porque traemos el...
¿Qué te dije?
Sí.
Que yo no venía a jugar.
No.
Yo te dije, tío Max.
Sí.
Yo te dije, yo vengo en serio a trabajar. Mira nomás, qué chulada, bro.
Precioso la ofrenda. Mira.
Bien paniqueado, decía, no, carnal, ¿qué tal si no encontramos piezas? Y le dije, no te preocupes, carnal, el tío Max nos está cuidando, ¿verdad?
Pues así cuidando, no tanto, nada más andaba vuelta y vuelta.
Pues que me faltaba la línea.
Carnal, no regues tepache, carnal, no regues tepache.
Ya va como...
A ver, ya ábranme ahí poquito, ¿no?
Que fue a hacer el mole.
Mira,
con este aparente.
Vamos a sacar la pieza siguiente.
Dice Max, how much you owe?
No, pues ya está. ¿Este es?
Es un... Mira nomás.
Este es el centro. El centro va aquí y ya el collar va para acá. Si no sale la máscara, ese es el centro.
Here's the other piece. You recording? It's a pyramid, bro. La brocha. There has to be another piece that goes to this. Dude, we gotta find the other piece. Arturo, grábame con el teléfono, carnal. Con el mío. Ábrele la cámara. Okay, I just gotta make sure there's nothing in here. Okay, I'm gonna start brushing off the sides and see what type of glyph, picture glyphs or hieroglyphs we get. Well, we definitely got an angel, fallen angel, given in description. We got some Egyptian iconography on one side. We got the beetle with wings. Wow, this is amazing. This is definitely amazing, bro. And here we got a specter-like fallen angel. Let's find the other piece before I start. There has to be the top part to this. Tiene que estar la parte de arriba aquí, ¿no, carnal? Mira, look at this. Run that through the supercomputer, science guy.
Tiene que estar la esfera y la punta, ¿eh?
Here it is. This is insane. Some type of an egg resembling tear, like wheat and tear, goes right here. Here it is. Bam, baby. We're in like Flynn. We got it. We hit the jackpot. We got the planet Saturn on one side. Let me just clean it up here. Dang, this is sick. Para y empieza a grabar otra vez, Arturo. Por favor. Okay, so we got the top to the pyramid, as I've said. Ahí está. If we see here, you have the angel. Okay. A ver. Okay. If we see here, we have the fallen angel holding up that case, which is in resemblance to technology handed and given to man in exchange for human women. You know, it's ironic or even kind of funny how for a long time I used to think you see that the fallen angel right here playing with the human DNA strand right here at the bottom, but this one is in a form of a specter, just as it is given in description in Hebrews chapter 1 verse 7, and of the angels he says, who makes his angel spirits and his ministers a flame of fire. Even though they are not in proper standing with God any longer, they still have the same abilities that they had when they were in proper standing with God, except instead of using them to minister to God's people, they use them to deceive, manipulate, and accelerate depravity to a point where man can perish without ever receiving the true knowledge, which is the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ.
¿Las vas contando, Max?
Sí.
¿Cuántas llevas?
There it is. No la saquen para afuera.
No. Nada más lo estamos descubriendo para que la...
Nada más déjenmela, ábrenla ahí en todos los lados para que me la dejen papita.
Acá hay más, yes. La voy a dejar así, ¿la?
¿Verdad, tío Max?
Yes.
El cerebro no puede ser todo, ¿no?
¿Aquí hay otra?
¿Eh?
Aquí está, luego, mira.
A ver.
Pero no la voy a sacar para que entres.
De este lado.
Esta otra.
Pásate de este lado
A
para
ver.
que veas.
Sacarla.
A ver, pues.
Ya te la saqué.
No la saquen, Arturo.
No, ahí déjala, por eso ahí está.
No, ahí está.
Mira,
A ver.
que le ponga de acá la toma.
¡Ah!
A ver, ya, ahí te va.
Piedra, güey.
Espérame.
Espérame. Son of a gun.
De aquí se va.
Aguanta, mira.
Ahí.
¿Listo, carnal? A ver. Ahí te voy.
You see the other one?
Oh, yeah.
You see this, Vin? This is basalt stone. Let's see what we got here.
Esta.
¿Dónde está la brocha?
Ahí está. Esta.
This is hard to. Wow.
Be gentle.
We got a bunch of occult symbols on this piece right here. As if giving description to how to open portals. But we're gonna stack this up with the other ones, and once we get back to the hotel we're staying at, we'll do an interview and an analysis of every piece that we extract from the ground today. Arturo, por favor, ponle allá. ¿Esto es lo que quedó aquí, carnal? A ver. A ver. Got another piece right here. Still not sure. You getting that, Vin? Yep. Okay. Because this is very important right here because we want all the roots to come out. Here I'm gonna pull it out. Check this out, bro. Straight alien with an exoskeleton. La brocha. Elongated skull. He's holding a bull, which is most likely, you know, we know that bulls are, I said it many times, they're a representation of sacrificial offerings to the gods. It seems like an exoskeleton here on the back. You can see the elongated skull. You can see the human features being taken by hybrid features, and we take this back to the hotel room. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor that we can bring you this type of evidence so that you can see real live and in time that we're not playing games. This is for real. And the enemy's presence, these entities have been amongst us and are amongst us. Because if you really think about it, you know, do you think they just went away? You think they just left? You think all of the sightings that are happening worldwide, do you think they're just flying over us and not, you know, coming down and interacting or mingling with us, breeding amongst us? As a matter of fact, when you talk about breeding, we know that the Antichrist is going to be a hybrid. So, there you have it. Gen 6, baby. Arturo. ¿Ya no hay más aquí, carnal?
Ahorita le checamos.
Vamos a seguir chequeando. Okay.
Es el escorpión, ¿eh?
Sí.
El escorpión.
¿Este escorpión? Ok.
Sí, un alacrán. Aquí
Hay que tener cuidado aquí para encontrar.
De estas van a ser como 34 piezas, ¿eh?
These are the pieces to the board.
No way.
Yeah. Check it out, bro. It's a game.
Vamos a echar la tierra para acá. Sí. Que saque este jet.
¿Qué? A ver, déjalo, saco.
Sí, pero mira, lo vamos a descubrir, Jess, y ahorita al último buscamos todas las piececitas.
Ok, saque las piececitas chiquitas, carnal. They're gonna pull out all the small pieces, bro.
Para cortar las raíces.
They asked me if they could pull the small pieces out. I said, yeah, go ahead. They want to be in the documentary, Ben.
Okay.
Yeah, ponmela aquí, carnal. They're a good team, man. They've worked their butts off, right, Ben?
Esto lo ponemos aparte porque es parte de otra prenda. Échales aquí.
33, man.
A ver.
A ver, Max, trae el tablero.
Look at little pyramidal structures, bro. Dude, we still got to get back to the hotel room and hit them with the UV light. You haven't seen what they do with the UV light, right? No. You're gonna be blown away, bro.
Okay, mira, estas.
Gentle with them.
Estas van aquí, mira.
¿Cómo vamos, Fernando?
Ahí vamos, Jess. Ahí la llevamos. Ahorita te avisamos ya.
Okay.
¿Sí viste? Es algo este eje del tablero, ¿viste?
Ahorita los vamos allá en el hotel, carnal.
Ey. A ver. Solo para seguirle sacando. Aquí hay otra, pero. Agárralo ahí.
Ya, déjame meto, carnal.
Está la.
Simón, carnalito. I'm going in, Ben.
Okay.
All right. It's like a pyramidal shape, bro. Look at that. You gotta find the bottom part, bro. Unless the board is the bottom part. Now, bear in mind that these pieces are heavy. And it's flint stone. Okay. Got a giant DNA strand over here. We know that these fallen angels love to modify the human genetic code. One question that arises in my mind is, you know, what is so much Egyptian iconography popping up halfway around the world, where the gods of Egypt, or was it really the gods of Egypt, or is it the gods of Mesoamerica, or what type of deception it has been played on us when we have been told and informed that, you know, that only Egyptian iconography has been discovered in that certain type of the world. Now, one thing that I love about the biblical text and what it says in description to these types of gods. Now, when the Lord executed his judgment in Exodus chapter 12, verse 12, against the Egyptian Pharaoh, he gave a description that his judgment was not only against the people of Egypt, but against the gods of Egypt. And these same gods are the same gods spoken of, that yes, they are gods given in description in the Bible, but they shall die like men. For although there may be many gods in heaven or on earth, as indeed there are many gods and many lords, but for us there is one God the Father, through whom are all things and through whom we exist, and one Lord Jesus Christ, through whom are all things and through whom we exist. Now there is a plethora, or the Bible pervades with evidence that gives a description of there being many gods here on earth. For although there is only one supreme God with special, unique qualities, and he is God the Father through the blood of Jesus Christ.
Aquí donde marcó,
Ahí donde puso la fecha.
aquí puso
Ahí
la
marcó.
fecha, aquí.
Ahí está la flecha.
Más grande,
A ver, ahí voy.
La descubrimos
Ahí te voy,
bien,
carnal.
Yes, o...
¿Eh?
Chécala.
A ver.
Aguas con...
Hey,
Ahí está la brochita.
you got it, Ben?
The big boy.
All right.
Aguas con voy a grabar.
Okay, so here we go, probably on our, like our 10th discovery of the day? No, I'm not sure. I'm not certain. But let's proceed. ¿Dónde está la más chiquita?
Aquí está.
Let's proceed Wait. Want to dig around it. Wow, this is amazing. Muchas gracias a todos ustedes que están aquí asistiendo en esta excavación. I'm just giving thanks to all of the guys who are working hard, helping with this excavation, making this dig possible. Gracias, Fernando. Okay.
Caballo.
Te voy, canalito. Gracias. See how deep this goes. Oh, wow. This will be part of the runs deep, runs about 7 inches. La brocha, a ver, see what we got. Starting to look like some kind of mini sarcophagus.
Watch out for the glass in there.
See, ahorita. You getting this over here?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, it's coming out. Wow, it is a sarcophagus. It's the top part. Wow.
Quítale.
La de esta, el serruchito, ¿quién trae el serruchito?
Aquí está, mira.
A ver.
Las piedras de ahí, nada más. Que no se vayan hacia abajo, las de ahí. Ahí donde está el brazo. Eso hacia atrás para que no se les tape.
Ok. Vamos a necesitar que escarbar aquí. Let me see. I don't wanna.
Pero
This thing's.
échale tierra, yo no, para ver, no se vayan a caer aquí, si no.
A ver.
Mira, métele una.
Wait. This is the top part. It is. This is either Horace or Rob, bro. Something smells. It's an alien. You remember Spy versus Spy? Look at that. Once again, we got sun worship as usual. It's either Horus or Ra, like in a form of a reptilian or a serpent. Sarcophagus. ¿A quién le pasó esto?
Esto es mío.
Let's see what else we got here. It's like a scepter representing dominion and authority. This goes attached to something. So, oops. We got some type of a hawk on the top sitting on a sphere-like orb with more Egyptian iconography. Pass that on and see what else we got here. Dang. ¿Dónde está la palita?
Está del lado derecho, atrás.
Gracias. Bedrock. Obsidian. Here we go. Let me get. All right. The scepter goes inside the sarcophagus. La brocha, por favor.
Ahí está atrás de ti. Ahí.
As usual, artifacts are riddled with occult symbols that have been modernized today by modern witches, sorcerers, and warlocks. I mean, if you take a look at these symbols, all you have to do is go online, and I've done it. If you're not strong in the Lord and you don't know what you're getting yourself into, I wouldn't recommend that you go online and study these symbols, because there are powers that flow through these symbols, whether we're aware of it or not. These symbols were put here for a reason, to open the gateway and to allow these powers to flow or roam freely within our midst. There's one spiritual law that I've learned really well, according to biblical account, is that when we come into agreement with this type of stuff can and will flow and operate within your life. So I come into complete disagreement with everything that is being displayed, every occult symbol, every occult practice that has ever been used through this, and the powers that lay claim to this land. I strip the power off of them through the blood of the ultimate blood sacrifice that was made for all all humanity, in order for us to be able to receive freedom, as He is the only one who has rescued us from the dominion of darkness and has brought us into the kingdom of the Son He loves, in whom we have redemption, the forgiveness of sins. Okay, so I'm going to bring this out. There has to be another part of the scepter inside. You could see, for all of the people who've criticized my work in the past, that wanted eroded and decayed artifacts, well, here you go. I hope this is eroded and I hope this is decayed. But just because it's eroded and decayed, I mean, it's a sign of the geologic substrates and the weathering from the dirt. But I think what's even more interesting is in the past, when I pulled artifacts out and they come out looking completely new. That completely boggles my mind. ¿A quién se la paso? Ok, aquí tiene que ver más, carnal, porque sacamos una vara y esa vara.
Hay otros dos acá.
Mira, está en la punta.
It's a little flying saucer, bro.
Ahí hay otros, sí.
It's a little craft.
Ahí está la punta, mira.
No. Ese.
Toltec arrowhead.
Sí, ahí hay más.
Toltec arrowhead.
Ahí tenías más en el frente, en esa tierra.
Espérame, carnalito. You know what's weird, man, is that there was a stench that was released. This is bedrock right here. So, okay. ¿Dónde? Sácalas, carnal, por favor. Get above this hole. Okay, so here it is. We come to the end of the day, and I am pleased to announce that we have been extremely successful. The radars, the technology that we brought was extremely efficient. Everybody as a team working together, we have accomplished our task. Today is only day one. This is it for the day. We've taken up probably like 10 artifacts, 10 monumental, extraordinary artifacts that display and disclose alien and human interaction. We're happy that you're with us, and we'll see you guys soon. Hey everybody, this is Jess. This is day 2. Today is Saturday, April 30th of 2022, and we closed out the day yesterday like some Olympic gold medalists, is how I like to put it. I'm hoping and I'm believing that that God is going to show us favor on this day also as well. As you can see, the majority of the area that we came into yesterday has been cleaned up by the workers that we brought along with us to help to dig. And so basically what we have is we have 2 set markers here just about 5 yards down the hill that we didn't excavate yesterday. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pick up right there. I'm gonna start setting up our guys and giving them specific locations where they can begin digging, and I'm hoping that we'll make some awesome discoveries today. Basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick up where we left off yesterday, and we're hoping that that just like yesterday, we'll make some monumental discoveries, some discoveries that we can present to you guys, because as I have previously mentioned, and I will continue to emphasize this, is the most important thing for me is to bring you guys the truth. The most important thing for me is to bring the truth, is to bring you guys the evidence in truth, so that you can know and understand that things are not what they seem to be, and that the truth is stranger than fiction. I'm glad and I'm happy that you guys are with us today, and I hope that you guys enjoy this documentary that we're making for you guys, bringing you guys the evidence straight into your living room. Yeah. Oh, sorry, bro. Okay, what happened here is it was totally, completely impossible for us to get this piece on footage, because he told me, Arturo told me right now that he informed me that right now when he was hitting the dirt with his shovel, that this piece just flew out. So there was no way that we could come and be like, okay, hold on here, let's get this piece out. But what it appears to have or given description, an alien. You can see it right there. Looks like he's cooking roots. Every time you see a hybrid, if they ate anything, or if an alien consumed anything, they're not cooking egg, sausage, and bacon. They're cooking human meat. And that's why they would sacrifice humans, so they can eat them. Now, another scenario. Can you see the inscriptions there clearly? I'm gonna put it up closer for the camera for you guys to see. The alien it appears that he's mixing some type of root or potion when they weren't cooking or eating humans after they sacrificed them. Obviously, what they were doing is this brings into remembrance some very important information that was left behind in the first book of Enoch, and in the end it says, and Semiyaza taught root cuttings, and Armoros taught the resolving of root cuttings. The resolving root cuttings is witchcraft. It is a form of occult practice and black magic, or whatever it is that you want to do to access the spirit realm.
la echo para acá.
Sí, ya.
Dame chance, carnal, por favor. This is why. Bring it over here, Vinny. This is this is the main reason right now why I'm gonna redirect our efforts. If you can see, we found. Hasta pa un ladito, carnal, por favor. ¿Dónde?
De este lado, mira, ya li.
A ver.
Por eso la brocha, Max.
A ver.
Espérate, con la brocha.
Espérame, Arturo, calmado, calmado. We got a discovery here. We found something, you guys. Okay. Por favor. Gracias. A ver. We got a nice one. You guys. This is a nice piece, bro. Okay, come take a record this right here. Get a nice little close up. See how. Look at that. You see the dirt? Look at that. Move that up.
La cucharita. Aquí hay una cucharita, güey.
Now you have to remember that. Gracias, Arturo. You have to remember that we're dealing with the high places, and because this is volcanic, these areas are close to Popocatépetl. It's considered a volcanic zone. It's considered a volcanic zone. So the bedrock finds itself at 1/2 meter in depth. I'm just trying to give an explanation and narrate why the artifacts are being abstracted at 2 feet beneath the ground.
Le pegué, Ale.
Yo le pegué con la pala.
Este se marcaba el piso desde allá, güey.
Let me see.
Yes.
Mande.
Le marcamos todo el piso que salía.
Es un cráneo,
Arturo.
yes.
Le limpiamos todo el piso que salía. Allá atrás.
No,
Sí,
está
es una
lleno.
Pull it out.
Es un cráneo.
It appears to be a skull. Hopefully it's an alien skull. No está.
La cucharita.
Thank you, Arturo. Esta pieza aquí así. Dig around it. Ooh, look at that. See the jawline right here? The back of the skull. You got the orb within the orb. On a more modernized level, it would be known as the monad absolute. I continually continue to emphasize on the presence of this particular symbol right here that is found all over the world. It's found and used by every culture. It's an ancient representation of sun worship. The first places to ever have it recorded was in the temples of Baal in Lebanon, modern day Lebanon, which is ancient Tyre and Sidon. Wow, this is crazy, dude. Un momento. Un momentito, por favor. See what other kind. Man, this is beautifully made. You can see the inscriptions on it. Y todavía están las escalones aquí, ¿verdad? Okay, yeah, so also this is the base of a stepping structure. I was actually bringing you guys over here to show you that we discovered some steps that are going from here up into the hill, because the majority of our guys were starting to work their way down the hill, and working down the hill, it really doesn't make much sense to me, knowing that, you know, that fallen angels are always attracted to the summit of the hills, the summit of the high places. So I was telling the guys, after I seen the stone step structure that is beneath the ground right here, I said, no, the steps are going up the hill. I said, we're going the wrong way. We need to follow the steps. And while I was bringing you guys to explain this to you, we came across this skull. Move it out. Wow. This is like next level. Look at that. Oh, man, this thing weighs like 50 pounds. There you have it. Let's look at the designs here. Of course, we have a lot of Mesoamerican iconography. You have some type of a goddess pouring a jar of water onto the front of the skull. Oh, here we go. We got aliens in the eyes. I was looking, man, there's no aliens on this, man. We gotta, you see the aliens inside the sockets. Elongated. They have elongated skulls. They appear to be working on the mind, on the inside of the mind of whoever or whatever is in representation of this skull. This skull is huge. It is above average what a human skull would be, that's for sure. The sockets are slightly bigger. This is definitely a representation of maybe some high-ranking hybrid who used to come, or maybe still does, frequents these hills and is waiting for their time. Arturo. Wow. This thing's heavy, bro. Look at that, dude. Okay. Buen trabajo, caballeros.
Ahí está una lápida,
¿Dónde?
Ahí abajo de ti.
¿Qué?
Sí, le vamos a seguir rascando.
Sí, aquí. Aquí. We're gonna keep digging right here. Like I said, con permiso. A ver. Destápamela.
A puro brochazo y mano ahí.
Ok.
Porque esa puede estar más delicada.
¿Sí? Ok. ¿Dónde está, carnal? So definitely, I'm a person that loves going to the gym and I enjoy working out. And this bad boy weighs over 50 pounds, easily. Now, we see the structure. It has a human resemblance, except in the sockets. But where in the sockets we find the inscription of two different elongated aliens, as if they were speaking something into the mind of this hybrid, of this skull, which is a clear description of a hybrid. And this here is definitely a porcelain-like crystal skull. But this right here, this is something that archaeology would never demonstrate to you. This is something that they would never sign off on, simply just because they're against the alien narrative and they refuse to acknowledge it. Okay, so as I was explaining to you guys just now, we found some type of a stone structure that leads up to the hill, and our guys, por favor, caballeros, por favor. We have some type of a stone structure that is a step structure that is leading up to the top of the hill, and our forces were already, headed down the hill. So based upon the evidence that we discovered here, I'm going to get my guys to start clearing the path more uphill, and we can start searching uphill to see what it is. Once we get the path cleared, all the brush out the way, I'm going to have the radars run through it again and head our way towards back up the hill, because that's where we need to be, in the high places. Tráeme dos, tres aquí. Hey, vénganse tres acá, por favor. Acá vengan a ayudarle a este caballero, por favor. Mejor. No he perdido mis esperanzas de encontrar mi amor perdido, loro. Dude, this is beautiful. It's like a human turtle, bro. That's crazy. I've never seen anything like this. This is the first time I encounter a turtle, and earlier we picked up a turtle from out of the brush over there. And it's just strange how we first picked up a real turtle and now we're finding this. If you notice, you see the demonic, distorted, condemned being or condemned entity. This is nothing more than an example of how these fallen angel entities attempt to distort God's creation. They want to contaminate, distort, and defile, and pull it away as furthest and pull it as further away as it can from what God created it and intended it to be. Of course, no one's ever seen anything like this before. You can see the human legs in the back. They're pushed in. It's got human arms. It looks like it has 10 fingers. A description: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it has 5 on each side. But obviously turtles don't have human demonic faces. This is a clear example of the distortion of these fallen angels playing with the DNA strand that God perfected, that God created in its natural state of existence. This is a beautiful piece above all. I mean, regardless. Arturo. Ten carnal. Okay. This is the turtle, the live turtle that came up out of the brush earlier. And this is what we just pulled and excavated, extracted out of the dirt. Certainly, I would believe that there's some type of force trying to communicate something to us here. Whatever it is, I am buying it. ¿Es lo único que encontramos aquí? Okay, we're gonna keep digging here and see, that's 2 finds in one place. And this has another little small piece. These are definitely offerings. Got an eagle. This is something different. This is a small skull. Elongates into an eagle. So this is definitely an offering. Let's continue to see. Let's continue to dig, see what more we can come across. Gracias, Arturo.
Aquí así. Dale aquí.
Ahora.
Antes no te lo llevaste, amigo.
¿Eh?
Ajá.
Y ahí estaba metiendo los picos.
Sí, no más. Acá le metimos la mano.
You're on camera, Jess.
Straight alien sitting on a human skull. You know how earlier I was explaining to you guys how, you know, the more you can tell by the facial features, excuse me, and the type of alien that we're dealing with. If you can see here, he's got a flat nose, no ears, barely even any lip structure. Off the top of the surface, his skull's elongated. This guy's got to be probably about 99.9% more alien than anything. It's probably like, I wouldn't know how to identify this type of stone. There's no inscriptions or hieroglyphs on it. So it's a small, but it's a cool piece. It's evidence, you know. Let the evidence continue to mount. Let the evidence continue to stack, whether it's small pieces or big pieces, man. This is proof that they've been here, that they are here, and they're operating amongst us. We're gonna call it a day. We're gonna wrap it up. I have 2 more lots, 2 more pieces of land that I have chosen for us to dig. We have 2 more days left of digging. So tomorrow we're gonna try something a little different. I'm fairly content, you know, with the crystal skull that we dug out today. I believe it's quartz, but we wouldn't be able to give you a certain result to that unless we ran it through the lab. But to me, that crystal skull is an amazing and a monumental find, only being that it has alien and human interaction description on the iconography on it. So that's it. We're gonna call it a day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow in the morning.
Just as it was in the days of Noah, the total destruction of humanity is now underway. The extinction and annihilation of the human genome is Lucifer's ultimate goal. But not just mankind. Lucifer's out to destroy all animals, flora, and fauna, as well as the earth itself. He is, in fact, out to destroy everything that God has created. This is why Jesus said in Matthew 24:22 that for the sake of the elect, he would cut those days short, or there'd be no humans left alive.
Hello everyone, this is day 3 of our expedition. Today is May 1st, Sunday, May 1st of 2022, and we're at a new location. We are in a red zone archaeological hotspot, you know, meaning that the main archaeological zone was discovered in 1940 by archaeologist George Acosta. Now, by the time he made that discovery in 1940, the people had already been settling in around this whole region and within the proximity of the main archaeological zone. So by the time from 1868 to 1940, you know, the government couldn't tell the people they had to go. Now, according to the research that I've done online, you know, on the background and history of what the Toltec Empire used to be, you know, I take it with a grain of salt, because up to this point, you know, it doesn't take a genius to know and to understand that whatever knowledge or records they have given us of our history and our past have been inaccurate, they have been false, they have been lies. For example, like there's a lot of mainstream scholars and archaeologists whom, when I was talking to one of our guides right now on the way over here, who claim that the Toltecs were not a sacrificing people and they weren't thirsty, that's a lie. You know, I don't know where he's drawing his knowledge or where he's getting his conclusions, but the Aztecs are a clear reflection. They are a mere reflection of what the Toltecs used to be. The Aztecs, according to Aztec record, took every bit of knowledge in reference to the gods, in reference to the worship of the sun, the moon, the stars, astrology, their cultural practices. Everything that the Aztecs did was a reflection of what they learned and picked up from the Toltec Empire. I believe that part of the Aztec Empire was a remnant of the Toltec Empire that spread off. Based upon what I've studied, I can't say that that's exactly what it is. I don't think anybody at this point can say exactly what it is, but one thing I know is for certain is that the credibility that modern day researchers and scholars, historians and archaeologists that have studied this region discredit the Aztec account, because they say that it is too shrouded and steeped in mythology. I guess it's difficult for them to grasp their mind around the concept that there has been and there is and there will continue to be interaction between God and man, interaction between God and man. If we take a look at the book of Genesis with Adam and Eve, it began with man and God. Man, woman, and God. It's no different than that. If you're a Bible-believing Christian and if you've read the Bible from cover to cover, you will understand and you will know when you get to certain passages that give in description that the Lord makes reference to other gods. As he says, as it is written, yes, you are gods, but you shall die like men. For although there may be many gods and many lords, for although there is many gods and many lords, but for us there is one God the Father and one Lord Jesus Christ. The Bible does not deny that. There is the existence of other gods. But the thing that sets our God apart from them is that our God is the creator of all things and existence, and he has those very unique attributes, and I can attest to these attributes in the presence as I'm in the midst of all this darkness. Okay, so one important thing to point out is that we have 11 different types of geopenetrating radars set up on different modes to complement each other. That way nothing is missed. That's awesome. Please bear in mind that I contracted these guys for a specific reason, and the reason in which I contracted them, not only have they come through for it, but they have exceeded our request, and they have exceeded our expectations based upon the work and the performance that they have given us. Great job.
Esto es como la chicatana, ¿no? Sí. ¿Es un gusano? Sí, un shawi.
I was like, show me what you got. ¿Cómo andas, maní?
Bien, ¿qué te salen ahí? Pura tierra y llega algo que no es tierra. Sí. Ahí también. Pero yo marco otra cosa. Es que está verdad que no está armado.
See, all that's solid right here, so. Oh. Se quebró, no? Oh, so it's like an obelisk. It's an obelisk.
Te da la irregularidad. La resistividad del terreno es lo que
That's some Egyptian iconography, that's for sure. It's made out of flint. As you can see, we have the eye of Ra in description. Some type of a bird-like figure. I mean, it's definitely Egyptian iconography, that's for sure. It doesn't look as if it was done to perfection. So this had to be done by a human, given instruction by a fallen angel, divine entity in rebellion, giving them instructions in how to channel energy and enable these two worlds to collide like particles and accelerate depravity. Let's keep going.
Dejamos un metro, no, y que le vuelvan a pasar esa madre.
No, ya no la agarran. Porque ya. No, güey.
We've hit a floor, bro, underground. You're getting this, right?
Yep. No, la palita chiquita amarilla, güey.
¿Tiene inscripciones?
No.
¿No tiene inscripciones?
No. Está delgadito.
Ok.
Le damos para abajo así del piso.
Dale como tú miras que es mejor, carnal.
Mira. Esquina hasta acá.
You see that? You see how it runs? Están bonitas. Son 4 pisos, ahí es como 4 pies, ¿no? De profundidad ya. It's like 4 feet deep. Meter and a half. That's what they picked up with the radar. Because before we began digging this, the signal read at 1.5 meters, and that's where he's at right now, bro. All right, so based upon the information, I'm pretty sure you guys already seen the footage that we have. This is the deepest we've had to dig. We're about 5 feet in depth on the ground, and based upon what one of my guys has informed me is that they believe that we've stumbled across a tomb. We're not, like I said, we're not too far from the main temple, and anybody who gets buried in a tomb near the Temple of Venus had to be somebody important. But let's just wait and see. They're gonna open up the hole, and so we can get a better look and find out what it is really that we're dealing with. Está cayendo. Es que, hijos de la madre. ¿Se está cayendo esto?
Espérame.
Ok.
Déjale, descubro la tierra sin tocarla.
Yeah.
Voy a sacar un poco de tierra.
¿Me hago entonces?
Sí.
¿Me quito?
Sí.
Arturito, carnal. I wanted them to open up the hole because the hole's probably about 5 feet into the ground, and we need to get the camera in there. And there's plenty of room for me to go in there right now. We've come across something. They think it's a tomb, but we're not exactly sure to what it is, but we know that it's something. And I want you to come in. I want the camera I want you guys watching and witnessing at home to come in right after me or right above me, so that you guys can witness and see the discovery that we've made.
Lo que hacemos es después del piso, abajo del piso, las cosas. Ahí está marcado el piso, señálalo, ¿dónde está el piso?
¿El piso de qué?
Eso, el piso que viene.
De ellos,
Ajá,
que era de los aztecas, de los toltecas.
Son las ceremonias.
Okay, so basically these are the that's the original floor. That's ancient right there. Okay, so beneath that will be all the discoveries that we're looking for. ¿Tú qué piensas que hay aquí?
Viene un entierro. De abajo de los pisos.
They think it's tombs. So if it's tombs, we're so close to the capital that they have to be royalty and aristocracy. So we're onto something good. Let's give these guys some space and see what it is that they come up with. Like I said, they're gonna cover it a little bit so the dirt reinforces where they're at and nothing gets damaged, and they're gonna open up the gap that we could fit in and get more clarity as to what it is that we're dealing with.
Ya dejó medio caballo
Bueno,
afuera.
le echa la tierra, no al pico.
Quiere comer caballo barbacoa.
No, ya. Primero hay que trabajar. Iván, ¿dónde estás todavía ganando? Juan 100. Caballo, porque la va echando para acá.
Ah, sí, ya.
Sí. Oye, tío, y ahora que sepa el silbero que ya soy tu sobrino, se va a cagar, ¿Sí?
Es más desmadre, Tapi. El otro, güey. El que está de gabacho.
De ahí para acá está landito, ¿no? Se siente la vuelta con el pico.
Ven.
Yep.
Okay.
No tiene rasgo alienígena.
¿No tiene riesgo alienígena?
Tiene la cabeza alargada en la sala.
Elongated skull with wings. It appears to be a female, a deity. ¿Qué te dije, Arturo? Que era una con el hablé. ¿Sí te lo dije o no te lo dije?
Oye, ya repusiste respuesta.
¿Me grabaste, Arturo?
Sí.
¿Sí?
Sí.
Ok, carnal. ¿Qué, Manny?
Jesús ya otra vez es comandante.
Que me gustan 5 shots de expreso en el café, carnal.
Tiene un poquito como volado. Tiene un poquito como volado. Hay que volverle a tapar por si se vienen las piedras estas.
Pull this out. There's more stuff under there.
See that?
Okay, hold on, let me re-expose. Okay,
It's
keep
like-
the sun. Early in the sun if you can.
I think there's more to this.
Keep it in the sun there if you could, yes.
Hold on.
Use this.
It's an unknown female deity accompanied by Egyptian symbolism. Let's look at the back real quick. Wow, look at that, bud.
The game.
It's more like a key, a recipe to open and activate, bring 2 realms together. In my estimation, I would say that this female deity is the cause to this this occult recipe, or these instructions that are left behind on this tablet. So so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Another discovery for you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying watching us make these discoveries as much as we are enjoying discovering them, to bring them straight to you. Want to start removing this for you guys. Take our sweet time to remove this. That way, ahorita pónmela ahí, carnal, por favor. That way you guys could see how embedded into the ground this is. You know, some of the soil, most of the soil this deep still holds a lot of moisture. Bring this. I know, I'm very well aware that these pieces they're very dense. They're solid. They're not like your standard, you know, artifacts that your standard archaeologist would be pulling out of the dirt. These are not flimsy pieces. Oh, there it is. It just fell out for you. Wow. Just making sure there's nothing else in there. Just one thing I've learned from extracting these artifacts is that when you find one, there's two. And if there's usually two, there's usually four. So, okay, that's enough. Let's take a look at what we have here. Okay. Okay. We're gonna take this up to the surface bin, and we'll analyze it up there, huh?
Sounds great.
Here it is. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna take this up for you, and I'll give you guys my thoughts as to what I think it is. We'll let the guys continue to keep working. If you can see this circular type artifact that has many occult inscriptions on it. A lot of them are Egyptian, a lot of them are universal. But one thing that really stands out to me is, if you notice, we could just give you a real good close-up right here, you can see that in the midst and in the dead center, from the top to the bottom, you see a DNA strand working its way down through all of the occult symbols. Now, the DNA strand is a clear-cut example of the type of wisdom, the type of technology, the type of knowledge and understanding that has been handed down from these fallen angels to the human race. Modern science did not discover DNA until 1869. The practice and the modifying of the DNA strand is what we're talking about right here. So we know that this is much older than that, but it is clearly given in description through the DNA strands that there is some remodifying going on, that there has been some remodification of the human DNA strand, and most likely when the human DNA strand is being remodified, it's usually being done in what God would call a forbidden mixture, something that He did not ordain, and something that He definitely does not approve of. On the other side of this piece, we have a fallen angel with an elongated skull, with an orb floating above the palm of his hand as his hand is extended out. If we take a look at the bottom, it seems like a culmination also of some other orbs. But up here at the top, we have some diamond-like symbols, occult symbols, and this is somewhat familiar. This is somewhat resembling what the symbol of Arcturus is, but I'm not going to get into that because it's not, as I see the tails of a fish on the other end of it. So here's the obelisk that we found probably about, well, a foot, 1 foot into the dirt when we began. This is probably what set off and gave us the signal to find these other pieces that we just demonstrated to you guys. And if you can see, if you can get a close-up of this, the symbolism on it is not too clear, but it's good enough to see that it is Egyptian iconography. This is one of the biggest mysteries that makes me ask a lot of questions in regards to the gods of Egypt. Were the gods of Egypt only really the gods who had taken dominion and authority over the land of Egypt? And what is it that, why is it, or what is it that we continue to find and make discoveries with Egyptian iconography? This is an answer I'm not ashamed. This is a question that I'm not ashamed to admit that I don't not know, or don't know how to respond to it.
tengo las lonas y todo. ¿Cómo déjalas? ¿No hay que entregarlas? Sí, así pasamos.
¿Qué tal ayer, pariente?
Okay. You see, this is one big giant piece right here, bro. All this, it appears to be some type of a high-ranking Toltec warrior. It's too soon for me to tell, but if you notice right here, there's another piece that's buried into the dirt, and over here, there's another piece. Over here on this end, dude, this is huge, bro. El martillito, por favor. It's clearly encrusted. It's in the earth crust. Oh, here we go. It's falling out. The scepter. Here we go, buddy. Wow, this is amazing. It's a serpent cobra scepter. This is what it looks like with all the dirt. Speaking of science and DNA, it looks as if it's a replica of the bronze serpent that the Lord instructed the children of Israel after their rebelliousness, and they were in the wilderness, and they began to rebel and murmur against the Lord. The Lord sent fiery serpents against them in the wilderness, and the people who were speaking in derision against the Lord's will for their life began to get bitten. They began to get bitten by serpents, and the people pleaded and begged to Moses to intercede with them to the Lord to forgive them, for they did not want to die. They did not want to continue to keep bitten by the serpents, and the Lord instructed Moses to put a serpent around a pole. To put the serpent wrapped around the pole, and anybody who had been bitten by an actual fiery serpent in the wilderness was to be immediately and miraculously healed. But here you have it, ladies and gentlemen, this serpent around the pole. If you can see, there's also like a horned figure, like a bull-like, a bull-like symbol, maybe representing the bulls of Batan, as in the land of Bashan. According to biblical scripture, the land of Bashan in the Canaanite language is the land of Batan, and the land of Batan means the land of the serpent. Arturo. Okay, so we're gonna go back down here and take a look what it is that we have. Based upon my estimation, if you could see, are you able to make out the outline? If you're able to make the outline out right here, you can see it's a good size piece that we're dealing with here. There's more encrusted into the earth over here to the right hand side of me, but I'm estimating, based upon my my past experiences of studying and researching these artifacts, this is at least, this piece alone is going to be weighing probably at least a ton. So we're going to need some lassos, some ropes. As you can see the iconography right here, you can see I can make out a reptilian like serpent right here at the top where my legs are. It looks to me from right now to be a representation of the protean wizard god that I have made mention of plenty times in the past couple of days, who is responsible for the demise of Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent god of knowledge, who was also revered by the Aztecs. All right, how many minutes you got on your card, Vin?
3 minutes. Go ahead and cut if you're ready.
Yeah, just cut it, bro. Okay.
Rolling.
Okay, so this is one of many pieces that's down here in this 6 foot plus hole that our team has excavated. And I'm gonna go ahead and remove this as we are in position to continue to mount the evidence that we continue to gather this data, especially for those of you who support this work that we're doing here through Steve Quayle and Doug Hagman. We love you guys and we hope that you're enjoying this. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out. It's a mask. The face was inlaid. It's definitely Toltec. Demonic. ¿Dónde está la brocha, carnal? Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and this is a basalt. Okay, so we pulled out. So far, we have abstracted flint stone, which is the material that glows in the dark, and we abstracted jade, some obsidian, shrapnel pieces, little small portions of it, but now it leads us to this, which it looks as a symbolic representation of, is it jaguar? Yeah, it is a jaguar. There you have it. Let's look to the other side. Let's keep going. Let's see if we got anything else here. It comes all the way over here. Let's try to get a feel for the shape first. Gracias. Oh man, dude. Straight broke my heart, bro. Dang, bro, can't get a picture. Tómenle fotos de ahí, carnal, así como está. Sí, dame agua.
Ahí va, ya.
por favor. Sí, por favor. It's a fallen angel, dude. Look at that. Dang, man. Freaking upset, bro. Por favor. Snap it, bro. Before I pull it out. It's a fallen angel. ¿No quieren tomarle fotos, carnal? Es un ángel caído con el cráneo enlargado. It's a fallen angel. I can't tell exactly what he's doing, but he has his hands extended out. Just he's doing the same thing as the Anunnaki, the Babylonian gods of ancient Mesopotamia, with the one bag, the purse that resembles a purse, holding technology, and the other holding it in his right hand, and his left hand is extended out as if receiving something from whomever, something that he wants to receive. To whomever he hands the technology that is being held in his right hand. I'm so sorry that this piece is been damaged.
It's already broken.
Huh?
It's already been broken.
Oh.
This is supposed to be a square.
Ya falta la otra parte de aquí, carnal. Ya está quebrada. Okay, so you can see it. You can see the fallen angel's wings in front of, as usual, in front of some esoteric occult symbolism. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it out and hand it to some of my guys.
Careful. Very carefully. Don't you agree?
Yeah, this piece is damaged already, but it still hurts, bro. It still bothers me. I wanted to pull this piece out in one piece, but it is what it is. Let's keep moving. A ver. Échasele. A ver acá. Empiézalo todo ahí. A ver, espérame. Sí, por favor. A ver. Dang, this thing's laced. Okay. Este es cuarzo. It's like quartz. No se siente como jade, carnal.
No, es florita.
¿Qué es eso?
Es un mineral.
Yeah. No se siente como jade.
There may be more if it's
Where?
already been broken. There's a piece.
Is it? Mira, carnal. No, escarben ustedes porque yo le voy a regar ahí. Tiene que haber más piezas ahí, carnal, más pedazos, pero yo digo que es suficiente por el día. Y mañana nos vemos aquí todos temprano, ¿sale? Ok, muchas gracias a todos por su asistencia, su cooperación, su dedicación, su empeño, su sacrificio, su buen trabajo. Muchas gracias. I just told them that we're gonna call it a day, and we're gonna be here. We're all gonna be here early in the morning to continue our expedition series, and we know there's much more to be found within this area. History continues to repeat itself, and whatever it is that they were doing then, is what they are planning to do now. And I believe that this is a great opportunity. This is something that the Lord has given me the wonderful privilege to be able to bring to you guys, to illuminate your minds, to point you to the true living God, the everlasting God, the only one who can protect us from these powers that desire nothing more but to oppress us, enslave us, and destroy us. Now we are dealing with the supernatural here. And because we are dealing with the supernatural, you're gonna need a supernatural force to protect you. Only a supernatural God can protect you from these supernatural entities that are coming up against us and seek and desire nothing more than to see us fall.
Our Gen 6 archaeological expeditions have exposed the fact that everything we've been taught of classic history is a lie. And that lie continues to be promoted by the mainstream military-industrial complex. As an example, I've received intelligence regarding last year's congressional hearing on UAPs and UFOs, which clearly shows that the hearing was a sham to appease the public. I can say that confidently because through my sources, I've learned that it was not just 1,500 pages of UFO encounters that were redacted and given to Congress, but over 2 million files on sightings and evidence exists. But why does this cover-up persist in light of the public's desire to know the truth? The bottom line is this: they're saving all of this evidence for a disclosure moment of their choosing. This disclosure will reveal the false narrative of panspermia, in which the fallen angels, masquerading as aliens, tell us that they are our creators and that Lucifer is the king of creation. But right now as we speak in South America, we are again challenging this cover-up and cover-over of history in real time. Gen 6 will not stand idly by when we know about the lies that our critics, the Smithsonian Institution, the CIA, and all the mainstream intelligence agencies continue to promulgate, to put forward. In addition, world leaders in mainstream science continue to spew their false evolutionary narrative. We stand by the promise of the living God spoken in the words of Jesus in Luke 8:17, who said, "For nothing is concealed that will not become evident, nor anything hidden that will not be known and come to light." Gen 6 Productions is grateful to all of you who have supported our effort.
Hello friends. Okay, so we made it to our last and final day. We've had a lot of success, and I'm grateful for I'm grateful for the turnout of events and the discoveries that we have made. Today is Monday, May 2nd, 2022. As we're gonna pick right up right where we left off, same spot. We believe that there's a royal tomb in the same location that we began excavating yesterday. As you can see, we only have a few people that are going to dig with us. In my estimation, I don't think we're going to need much more. Today is officially our last scheduled day of excavating. Let us continue. Let's get to work, and we hope that you guys are enjoying watching us as much as we are enjoying doing this for you guys.
Cuidado porque ahí está ese caballero.
Sí, ya la vi. La vamos a jalar, la vamos a amarrar de ahí y la jalan de allá.
Cuando ustedes miren que es conveniente, carnal, donde sea más segurito, que no se vaya a dañar nada.
Se va a hacer ese lodo, tío. Se puede hacer el lodo ahí y se le va a pegar y llevársela.
Atascarse.
Sí. Por la pintura.
You can see it's a basalt Jaguar warrior holding his instrument of war in his hand. So okay, so this piece here it measures in length at approximately 3.5 feet, and in width it measures up to. ¿Cuánto de grueso dijeron que estaba, carnal?
You want to just throw the measure down?
Perdón. Oh yeah, it says it measures to 8 inches.
Let's get you to measure.
A ver. Okay. Measure it from here.
Go ahead and talk it through.
There you have it, gentlemen. It's at an approximate 8 inch in width and 3.5 feet in length. So I've never really dealt much with basalt artifacts measuring at approximately a meter, 3.5 feet. I'm assuming that this piece weighs at least a ton. So I'm gonna get the guys back down here and have them wrap ropes around it, and let's pull this bad boy out and find out what's underneath it.
You can talk it through here.
Ya se zafó. Okay, so we got our guys lifting it up. We're getting ready to lasso it up and extract it out. Find out what's beneath it. Dig more to the side, to the left, to the right, if necessary.
No, espérame. Ahorita me la avientas. ¿Te aseguro que
Whoa. I think that's probably a half a ton, because between both of them they moved it right now, and if it was a ton, bro, it wouldn't have been that easy to move. I'm estimating at least 1,000 pounds, or maybe just a little bit over it.
Ahora se van a jalar para allá todos.
las sandales.
Y ahora sí ya está descubierto allá. Ajá.
Para rociarla.
Dale.
¿Qué?
Sí, vas a rociarla.
Otro.
A ver.
Todos frente.
A ver, dame de acá atrás, carnal.
Vamos a aventar por acá.
Ustedes díganme cuándo quieren que jale, carnal.
10. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Así para allá, para allá.
Ya, suéltela.
Ya.
¿La soltamos? ¿La suelto?
Ya.
Ahora sí. Aguanta.
Dámele el lazo.
Dame la punta. Para no cambiarse, le van a la punta. Ahorita la van a jalar de acá para que esté parada. Sí.
Estaría bien poniendo, pero no tenemos otro mecate, tío.
Sí.
Salen de acá. Trata de que no se atore tu caballero. Sí, no. Pero nada más este, mire, diferente. Tres.
Jálele.
Vamos a ver.
Sí.
Ok.
Aguanta. Suéltalo. Aflójale.
How'd that feel, Jess?
Heavy.
Oye.
¿Yo solo?
Recede un poquito para allá para que entre los palos bien así.
Okay. We're bringing in some support. We're gonna plank it up.
Menos el del balón ya. De este lado de acá.
Uno más.
Sí.
¿Quieres un poquito más?
Uno más, carnal, sí. Uno más.
Las tablas igual.
Tablas nuevas y...
Más a las balas, Tiene hermano, cuidado con los pies. Hola, si ese lazo te lo pones en el bracito ese. Ahí te va.
Hola. No se corre.
Corre el lazo más para acá, mejor. Sí. El lazo baja
¿Se acueste más?
Sí, bájale un poquito más. Ese está muy pinche parado. Espérate.
A ver, güey.
Tiene que estar más acostado.
Sí, más acostado.
Uno primero.
Sí, porque está como a 89 centígrados, carnal. La tienen que poner de perdida lo mínimo 79.
Sí.
A 79 centígrados, carnal. Ándale, 79.
Con los puros polines más.
Sí, carnal, por
Tiene
favor.
un chingo de grasa esa mano.
Para que resbale y para que... Podemos casi como para adicional. Nosotros le hacemos así con las manos. Sí, ponlas ahí.
Lo ponemos esa.
Sí, ponlas.
Pero encima entonces, espérame, agárrala. Hazla para atrás, güey. Con una, ¿no? Una, ya está esa. Agárrala, hija,
Sí. Tú, ¿no? Péganos bien. Hola.
Sí.
Métele ahí. Sí, tú mételo, que es resbala.
Mira, para allá, porque está la tabla acá.
Ahora sí.
Dale.
Mira, ahorita,
Ey,
si lo hubiéramos puesto al revés así, para que jalemos parejito así. Bueno, así le calamos.
mira. Nomás que jale.
Ahí se ve bien, carnal.
¿No? Jalamos así las dos, así.
¿Se ve bien el soporte?
Sí.
Sí,
Vamos
está
a jalarle, ¿no?
bien, pero parejitos.
Primero va.
Ya, por favor.
Venga.
Vamos a darle. Vénganse. Tío, hazte para acá atrás, carnal. Hazte para acá atrás.
Una.
Dale. Ahí está. Dale. Ahí está. Ahí está, carnal. Dale.
Le pones un poco de cartón.
Espérame.
Ahí va.
Espérame, ahí te va.
Ahí va, ya va, espérame. No hagas
¿Sí?
fuerza. No hagas fuerza.
Ok. Ahí está.
¿Sí?
Ahí está. No, así está bien para que no batallen ahorita. Okay, here's something that's going through my mind. Is that, you know, the whole premise, the premise behind our purpose, the underlying incentive, why it is that we do things, the force that propels and ignites our motivation to, you know, to head out into unknown places where you don't know, where I don't know a person, and I have to go there and break the ice to meet them in order for me to bring forward the investigations that have led me here to bring you guys this type of evidence. But as I was saying, where I just began, is that the whole premise to everything that I do is to connect the Gen 6 narrative, fallen angel interaction, breeding with human women. And I'm thinking to myself that I'm like, man, this doesn't have any, you know, alien elongated, you know, with wings, iconography on it. But the thing is that this is, it's stuff like this basalt ancient stone that is given depiction of a jaguar warrior. Like I said, it doesn't show any elongated skulls, but it's still a great discovery. Let's find out and see what else we pull up out of here. Okay, so after pulling out that 1,000-pound stone basalt, here's our next discovery. It seems to be like, let's just dust it off a little bit here. It's got elongated alien iconography. We got either the sun symbol at the top. We know that sun worship and adoration of the constellations. Let's take a look back here. Oops.
Okay, bump your arm out of the way.
There you have it. You have the inscriptions, the recipe. It looks like a turtle form, but it's an eagle. It can be a turtle. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a turtle. My estimation would be
You want to point the other side to me when you get a chance?
the reptilian gene. You want the other side?
No, I got that side. I need the top.
Yeah. This part.
Yep. Nope.
Okay.
Base. Looks like with jade or something.
No, it's this is flintstone. You have it. Elongated skull. What are they doing? This guy seems to be working on the. He appears to have an exoskeleton.
Okay.
What the heck are they doing?
It's like grooming it or something.
You see, he's got an exoskeleton. I'm assuming this is the second turtle we pull out, bro. We pulled one out of the hill off the mountain we were digging the first day. Well, actually the second day. Let's take a look at the back. Let me pour some water on it as well. I'm assuming the turtle is a form of reptilian gene that they were manipulating and combining it with the human. That's the only thing I could think of at this moment. That's crazy. What if the guys who created the cartoon, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, was an inspiration given by them?
Mutant turtles.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes.
There you have it. Ahí está en la mesa, carnal. Runs over here. Good size. Comes over here. Oops. Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get the tomb as we extracted the 1,000-pound piece, the basalt jaguar warrior opposite this end. Take my time here so you guys could see the dimension of the piece, the inlay into the earth. Remove the soil from around it. It's pretty much basically ready to extract. Here's the. I can't really get a make of what it is that we're dealing with here. think we got inscriptions on the other side. Wow, it's like a little table. I wasn't expecting that. This is a morcajete-like style instrument that it has a, this is pretty old right here. It's for, I mean, it doesn't appear to have any alien ¿Es un qué? ¿Qué es eso, tío? Yeah, it's like a morcajete, ¿verdad?
No, no, molcajete, es la salsa.
Sí, pero es como un morcajete. Sí. ¿Y para qué se utilizaba esto, tío?
Tenía otro instrumento que se llama neclapín.
Yeah.
Ahí molían el nixtamal.
¿Qué es nixtamal?
Maíz.
Okay, so this he says that this is to crush the corn and make tortillas. You see, Mexicans didn't invent the tortilla. Their ancestors did. Okay. I'm gonna hand this up to my boys. We're ¿Dónde? ¿Aquí?
No, no está bien.
If I sit back and I observe and I think about the transcurrences and how things have developed in the past couple days, I would say that I am completely and totally satisfied. But just because our mission has been accomplished, it doesn't mean that we have to neglect the fact that these pieces, it doesn't mean that we have to neglect the fact and just start pushing them out. I want you guys to see the evidence for yourself as much as we possibly can make it available to you. This hole is about 8 feet deep now, about 7 feet deep. So what I want, it depends on, to all of the people who support my work through Steve and Doug, your opinion counts. We do this for you guys, and however it is, as best as we can, bring you this evidence. I'll be more than happy and willing to give it a try. Carries down here. Oh, it's like a plate, dude. Here we go. See that? It's all the way over here, buddy. Looks like we have another piece over here.
up to give you a little more space. Push it horizontally.
This, you could feel how sensitive this is. I could feel it. Okay. Ahí está. Acá, acá. Eso. It appears to be part of the other, an extension to the other piece we extracted yesterday, a fallen angel meditating on its craft with an alien green-like face. I'm gonna hold it for you guys so you guys can take a look and see what it is. Of course, we know that these artifacts are steeped in occult and esoteric symbols that pertain and connect the natural with the supernatural, which is the occult, which is, you could actually see through this, the natural with the supernatural, which is the dark side, the spirit world. But I'm going to turn it around so you guys can see these pieces, and then we'll take it back up after we extract this other piece. Okay, so we're going to move to this next piece. Being extra careful. I'm still traumatized from that piece that broke on me yesterday.
Jesse has a powerful walk with the Lord and comes out of a world that most people couldn't even embrace.
Okay.
From the very beginning, Jesse understood just how dangerous this undertaking was going to be. Jesse spends an intense amount of time in prayer, fasting, and literally battling the demonic entities that continue to hound him as he does the work that the Lord has given him to do. Make no mistake, these artifacts are evil and cursed by demonic entities that have attached themselves to these relics. But because the Lord is faithful, and he wants us to succeed in these efforts through the Holy Spirit, God has given Jesse the formula to strip away all the demonic messages and curses that are associated with those relics. You may think that this sounds strange, but remember all the early Egyptian tomb openings where the excavators died, which was attributed to those artifacts having had curses placed on them. Specifically, I'm thinking about King Tutankhamun's tomb in 1923, when several strange deaths were associated with that excavation. That mummy and the associated relics were infested with a supernatural, demonic, evil presence that was not dealt with at the time, and consequently, mere men who were not of biblical mindset fell to the supposed curses that occupied that place. Jesse is well aware of these entities' power and begins spiritual warfare even before stepping out of his home. In fact, God has warned Jesse not to go anywhere or do anything until he tells Jesse when to go. His results are self-evident and a credit to his faith. We're very grateful to have him on our team.
was to think or to proceed or to go about your day thinking that aliens don't exist, you're right. They don't exist. These are fallen angels disguised as aliens. Sitting inside the craft. Straight stone. Pariente, pásalo a Arturo, por favor. Wow, trying to take me out.
Shouldn't have touched the shovel.
Okay, I still gotta be careful with this, bro. It's got some weight to it, that's for sure. Yeah. Right here. Well, we're gonna have to get some water and analyze this up at the surface. This is it's way too heavy, and I don't want to start pouring. It'll take too much water, and it's gonna cause a mud, to mush up right here. Okay, that's it. Okay, everybody. I guess this is it. We believe that there's still more stuff there, but we're running out of time, and I believe that for this time around, we have retrieved as much evidence as we possibly can for you guys. We hope that you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon the next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have just completed viewing hours and hours of our team's multi-year archaeological expeditions in Mexico. You've seen with your own eyes these artifacts being unearthed and uncovered, and the monumental efforts that it took to reveal the most important and mind-altering archaeology find in history. As I said in my opening statement, we have already unveiled many of these relics to you on film, in PDFs, in photographs, and in special interviews. So why is it that most people, including Christians, have dismissed this evidence which they've already seen with their own eyes? And why do those same Christians dismiss the Genesis 6 narrative in the Bible that corresponds exactly with our findings? They do all of this while dismissing the Word of God and embracing and even advancing a false historical and evolutionary narrative, despite evidence to the contrary. As I was pondering before the Lord, why is there so much animus in the body? I heard the Holy Spirit say, due to the jealousy and envy within my body, these will be the two most prevalent sins prior to my second coming. Both of these sins were responsible for the first murder when Cain killed Abel. But even more importantly, jealousy and envy are responsible for Lucifer thinking that he could be like the Most High God, which resulted in him being expelled from heaven, taking 1/3 of the angels with him, as detailed in Isaiah 14, verses 12 through 15. We know that even after viewing several hours of uncut film from our expeditions, where we demonstrate provenance and authenticity on film, many of those same critics will continue to deny the evidence simply because of their egos and vanity, desiring the praise of men, which will not allow them to accept the truth. To them I say, step up to the plate, put your money where your mouth is. You fund an expedition only relying on human efforts into some of the most dangerous parts of cartel country in Mexico and see what happens. You cannot reproduce our results without the kind of prayer, spiritual warfare, and intercession that our team undertakes. Go ahead and use your big budgets led by your desire for personal aggrandizement instead of the Holy Spirit, and then come back and show us what you've uncovered. Put it all on the line. Your money, your reputations, and your very lives. That's what Gen 6 has done. That is what Jesse G and our team has done. Their reward is the evidence that you've just witnessed, and all of it has been done for the glory of God and serving his interests, not man's. Jesus said in Matthew 24:4, "See that you are not deceived." Yet the whole of humanity, including Christians, have been deceived by people who they trust to give them the truth. Mankind's entire history has been manipulated by the fallen angels themselves. The artifacts that have been brought to our attention and the ones we have unearthed ourselves show the alien fallen angel interaction, which spans the time period from pre-Adamic, prior to the creation of Adam and Eve, followed by the Genesis narrative of giants roaming the earth, to the world's myths and legends, to post-flood history, and even our modern era. The unearthing of our archaeological finds, including the excavation of Egyptian artifacts, to other ancient finds from expeditions from all around the world, has shown the connection between the ancients' interaction with fallen angels masquerading as aliens. Yet from the Smithsonian to the three-letter agencies, to the Pentagon, to governments all around the world, each continued to bury the truth about the fallen angel agenda and their alien connections. But God, in his mercy and foresight, has chosen this time and Gen 6 production to literally uncover the truth about those fallen angel alien connections. You have just witnessed on film are presenting to the entire world aliens with elongated skulls, also having angel wings. These, by the way, are just like some of the most famous Babylonian stelae and statues that have been found in ancient Mesopotamia. Also, our discoveries have unmasked flying saucers, pyramids, different species of aliens, along with other strange creatures such as werewolves, mothmen, and extreme hybrids. Detailed on these artifacts are the fallen angels' transference of technology to mankind and their manipulation of the human genome. Many of these ancient pieces, buried for millennia and spanning a forgotten history of over 9,000 years, clearly display the human double helix and portray the fallen angel agenda of altering human DNA after the creation of Adam and Eve. As I always say, it's important for you to take our archaeological revelations to the Lord in prayer and ask, God, is this the real world? It's up to you to search out a matter, because as it says in Proverbs 25:2, it is the glory of God to conceal a thing, but the honor of kings is to search out a matter. The Bible tells us in 2 Timothy that we're to study to show ourselves approved by God, a workman that is not ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Apathy and indifference is not the way. Lastly, it's difficult to explain all the in-depth preparations and work that go on behind the scene before these artifacts are recovered, let alone the actual digging and capturing of those images as they come out of the ground. This entailed thousands of hours of effort behind the scenes, from Daniel Holdings to the Science Guy to various other members of our team that have had a direct hand in the distribution not only of this film, but all the other instances of dissemination of the information from the excavation and artifacts. However, the one person that bore the work directly on his shoulders and took risks that no one else was suited to take was Jesse G, our Director of Antiquities. Again, I'd like to thank you for your support of the Expedition's fundraisers, for praying for us, for praying for the entire team. Without God's hands of protection, these expeditions would be like the latest James Bond films with multiple villains who all seek to take our lives. Without the Lord of hosts on our side, we could not have accomplished what we have done and presented to you. God bless each and every one of you, and thank you for watching this segment of the Gen 6 Expeditions.